你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
Shu Qi leads the way. Long Danni is picky in every possible way, and Xiao Zhan returns to the top by himself. Xiao Zhan and Yang Zi starred in Please Advise You for the Rest of Your Life, which became a hit as soon as it was broadcast. This is also Xiao Zhan's return to the top with his own strength after the 227 incident. He played Gu Wei in it. It has also become the dream of a billion girls. He and Yang Zi CP Candy, and the audience also hit the scene from the scene to the outside. In December 2020, Xiao Zhan and Yang Zi were invited to an event together. On the stage, the two sang the theme song of the rest of their lives together. This was the first time Xiao Zhan stood on the stage after the accident. He would inevitably be a little nervous and conflicted, but fortunately, Yang Zi, who was on the side, had been cheering him on. From the video, we can see that when Yang Zi was about to step down after singing, he said two words to Xiao Zhan, "Cheer up." Xiao Zhan also responded to Yang Zi with his fist, and did not forget to watch Yang Zi leave with a grateful expression. In fact, Yang Zi had already said it to Xiao Zhan backstage when he was preparing to play, although it's just two simple words, for Xiao Zhan, who has just experienced a storm. This is the greatest encouragement and comfort. At the cusp of the storm at that time, everyone in the circle seemed to hide from Xiao Zhan like the plague, for fear of being implicated accidentally. Only Yang Zi, a close friend, has always supported him. If he was hacked by the whole network, then he can go from being a designer to becoming popular, and the person who should be most thankful must be Shu Qi. In 2016, in the variety show Burning Boys, Xiao Zhan had no foundation in singing and dancing. The newcomers, who are also not dominant in age, are lucky enough to squeeze into the top 9 and successfully form a group debut. And all this thanks to Shu Qi's careful teaching. During the game, his boss, Long Danni, was not optimistic about him and was picky about him in every possible way. Xiao Zhan, how long will your image of a warm man last? At that time, Xiao Zhan was slightly fat, and his eyes were short-sighted. It does not meet Long Danni's aesthetic standards at all, so even Wan Nan's good quality is criticized by him. Fortunately, Shu Qi is doing his best to maintain it. Basically, in terms of appearance, he has already gained a lot of the upper hand. This trace of comfort gave Xiao Zhan the motivation to persevere. Later, Shu Qi has been very patient. Instruct Xiao Zhan on some details, such as taking pictures and training eyes, etc. Although Xiao Zhan has been working hard to learn, Long Danni completely ignored his progress and criticized him blindly. I felt that he was useless and said that his singing was broken, and even professional singer Li Yuchan couldn't listen to it anymore, so he directly replied to Long Danni, "You heard it wrong." But Xiao Zhan, when you are here, the sound of the roar is broken at that moment. What she said is not necessarily correct, let's talk about it later. Seeing this scene, do Peter Pan feel cool? After Xiao Zhan's group debuted smoothly, Long Danni's attitude towards him has always been laissez-faire, which led to the group's rapid disintegration. The transformation of leaving the group, the transformation of the group, and Xiao Zhan has also become an orphan with no help. If the company doesn't give him resources, he can only find it himself, and even the Chen Qingling that made him explode was won by himself. But even though he became popular overnight, it was still difficult to get into Long Danni's eyes. Long Danni said that she knew that the show would be popular. If Xiao Zhan is not allowed to act, he will push other artists. As the boss of the company, why Long Danni obstructed the development of artists repeatedly, the reason is unknown. Fortunately, Xiao Zhan later established his own company to develop freely and was no longer restricted by the brokerage company. Xiao Zhan met Shu Qi for the first time after reaching the top, at the 2019 Harper's Bazaar Festival. The two of them talked and laughed as they walked down the steps together. No matter how they looked like a pair of siblings from a wealthy family. After the bazaar ended, Shu Qi still posted on social platforms. "You laugh, I laugh," and use satisfaction to describe her reunion with Xiao Zhan. And Xiao Zhan is also the best brother Qi, who responded warmly in the comment area. It is no exaggeration to say that Shu Qi is the leader of Xiao Zhan's acting career. The relationship between the two is enviable. Xiao Zhan was once in a state of ice because of the 227 incident. Although it was not his fault, he had to bear it. As the company boss, Danni saw that her artist had an accident. I didn't come out to solve the crisis public relations in the first time. Instead, he wanted to make Xiao Zhan suspend work and calm public opinion in a faceless way. But when another artist of the company, Ren Hao, had an accident, the staff of Wahahawa stayed up all night to solve this matter. Why should the company's artist Danni be treated differently? Is it really because Xiao Zhan doesn't want to be in control and doesn't want to be a pawn of capital, as rumored by the outside world? That's why she targets everywhere. Xiao Zhan has earned all resources by himself in the 3 years since his debut, and today's achievements are also earned by his own strength. The company was only responsible for excavating him, so he would not be willing to be led by the company's nose. Before Xiao Zhan entered the entertainment industry, he had completed college and had 2 years of work experience. If he can't be a high-quality idol, then he will also be a very good designer. Do you like such an almighty star?